Hey guys, Devall here with an all-new episode of Flea Market Finds right here on ToyWorldOrder.com and on the YouTube channel for ToyWorldOrder.com. If you haven't subscribed, hit subscribe today, head there and please subscribe. Welcome to the show where I show you all the great stuff, the show where I show you, where I show you all the great stuff that I find at flea markets, garage sales, antique stores, auctions, and so much more. I got a lot of cool stuff for you today. I have some really, really cool stuff. Let's start off with these gems. Now, on the Ohio 127 that Carrie and I talk about every year, which is the longest nationwide flea market garage sale. It's like 700 miles, it's ridiculous. I found some really cool stuff, which I'm still kind of cycling through from August, so it's been a while. But one of the things I've been waiting to get to and been wanting to show off were these awesome Collegeville costume and mask box sets from Shirt Tales. So I found Rick the Raccoon and Tig the Tiger, and they're in the boxes are a little beat up, but everything inside, like for Rick the Raccoon, the mask is really good. It's still got the little string. There's no cracks, creases, breaks, nothing on this little plastic mask. And then you've got the really neat little Shirt Tales Trick or Treat shirt, which wouldn't fit me anymore. The little vinyl on the back, it says he says nothing beats sweet treats, and then on the back it says treat me nice. Kind of cute. They don't make Halloween costumes like this anymore. And then of course you had the vinyl the vinyl pants and jumpsuit, which the rubber inside is still good, and the vinyl suit itself is still in pretty good shape. These were really cool. A guy had these on his shelf or in his booth, and I thought, oh, there's no way those are going to be affordable at all. And I asked him, how much do you want for those? And he goes, I don't know, $3 a piece. Sold. I don't see a lot of licensed stuff in boxes in this decent a shape. I mean, yeah, like I said, the boxes are a little beat up. They're a little in rough shape. There's some, some funky stuff going on with the cellophane, especially on Tig the Tiger. Like the cellophane starting to come unglued from inside, but small price to pay for something cool like this that's going to sit on a shelf and people are going to be like, oh my god, I used to wear a costume like that when I was my age. I wore costumes like this. Now you've got fancy stuff. We had these very, very kind of fire resistant vinyl jumpsuits with masks that cut your face and poked your eye holes and you couldn't breathe. Halloween was a trying time when I was a kid, ladies and gentlemen. Rough times. But again, very, very cool collectibles. Like I said, the boxes have some damage, but they're going to sit on a shelf and be shown off to the world. So very, very, very cool stuff by Collegeville. You guys know I'm a huge Worlds of Wonder, Talking Toys, Teddy Ruxpin fan. I usually try to find books and stuff whenever I'm out, and I found a bunch of stuff before, and then one of the last times we were out, I found a bunch, a little group of Teddy Ruxpin booklets. No tapes, but the booklets. I have the tapes for some of these, but I found Teddy Ruxpin in the Mushroom Forest. I found Teddy Ruxpin Sings Love Songs. He sings some love songs, people, let me tell you. I found Teddy Ruxpin's Christmas, and I found grunge music. So again, something that I didn't see for the longest time, and now I'm starting to see more and more of these Worlds of Wonder books. Still have never come across the tapes in the wild, but the books, I find the crap out of the books. And usually you can find the tapes on the Evil Bays for a decent amount of money, but very, very cool. Some more books to add to my Teddy Ruxpin stuff. Board game wise, I wanted to show one that I found that I thought was really cool. It's the licensed Garfield game by Parker Brothers. Very, very neat, very cool game. This actually has never been used. It's never been opened. The playing pieces inside are still sealed. I found this in the antique store for like $7, and I was like, well, I'm gonna buy that. Very, very cool, very neat, very simplistic game. Mostly, roll the dice, pick a card, that kind of stuff. Very cute though, very cute playing board. The actual playing board for it has a very, very nice nice artwork, old school Garfield Jim Davis artwork, which is very, very cool. And like I said, the pieces here have never been, I mean, none of this stuff has ever been opened. So very, very cool find out in the wild for a kind of a unused board game of this nature. So another very, very cool board game that I'm going to add to my collection that's growing in the in the closet upstairs. And I promise you, I've got news coming on something very, very cool with all the board games I've been picking up. So keep your eyes out, because I got some very, very cool news coming soon with that. Now, I'm not much of a Harry Potter fan per se. I've read the books, loved the movies. Toys, never really bought much of, you know. Mattel did a bunch of toys here and there for stuff, but one of the things I came across sealed that I was like, well, I gotta buy that, because it's kind of, you know, back in the day, Pixel Dan bought one because it was very, very much in vein of the Masters of the Universe slime pit, the old Horde slime pit. And one I picked up that was sealed in box was the Harry Potter slime chamber playset from the Chamber of Secrets. So very, very cool. I mean, it doesn't look like the old Horde slime pit, but pretty much the same thing. You can use Masters figures. It's the same slime. It's Mattel, for God's sake. It's a Mattel slime pit. It's something any Masters fan has to own, because it's got so much history in it, and the fact that this slime pit wouldn't happen if we didn't get the Horde slime pit from Mattel in the 80s. So very, very cool. Sealed, never been opened. Picked it up for a whole whopping, I think $5. So pretty cool. I don't know if I'll ever open it. I think I might just leave it sealed in the box and leave it sit on a shelf. But again, very, 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 very cool. I went into Dracula mode. Blah, blah, then to suck your slime bitch chamber. Blah. It's bad, Dracula. I'm moving on. I want to end this episode with some very, very cool Transformer finds. I've said in the past that I don't really, I love Transformers, I love the vintage toys. I don't buy them out in the wild very often at toy shows because they're always expensive, and of course they're going to be expensive. They're Transformers toys. Every Transformer fan wants vintage toys. But at this recent Kane County Toy Show in Chicago, I found a booth that had just bags of Transformer toys. Some were complete, some were missing stuff, but they were all in pretty good shape. And I picked up Blur from Transformers the movie, complete with his gun. His shield, of course, which is very, very common for this figure. The shield had 2 clips, and one of the clips is broke. But luckily, he's always going to be in robot mode, and even when he's in car mode, the shield just sits nicely up in there, and it doesn't really show any danger of falling out. So it sits pretty secure. Kind of sad that it was broke, but the fact that he had his gun, he's in really good shape. His stickers are all in really good shape, and he's only got a little bit of a scratch on his windshield on the front. But something very, very cool that I had to pick up. And then last, but certainly not least, is a very cool subset of Transformers, which were the Dinobots. Now, I have almost all the Dinobots. I'm only missing a couple. I was missing Snarl, and I believe I'm missing Slag. I'm missing those 2. But one that I found, and unfortunately, no missile launcher, no missiles, but I did find Snarl in really, really good shape at the same booth that I found Blur, with his sword, his gun, all of his joints are in really, really good condition. His stickers are in really, really good condition. And an overall very, very well-preserved Transformer that I was like, well, I think I bought the pair of them. I think I spent $40, which I'm sure any Transformer fan will tell you that's actually a pretty decent deal, considering he's usually $40 by himself, and he's a little, sometimes just as high, depending on who you're buying it from. But I managed to get a good deal for the 2 of them for $40. I thought it was a good deal, $20 a piece. Yes, Snarl doesn't have his missile launchers or his missile. He had a little shoulder missile launcher that attached to his shoulder, but it's something I plan on finding in the future and getting. Nothing I'm concerned about right now, but very, very cool, very neat. So there you go, gang. That'll bring us to the end of this episode of Flea Market Finds. A little bit of a short episode. I'm trying to conserve the items I'm showing in these episodes because we got to stretch this out through the winter, people. It's got to go through the fall, through the winter. I got to make it to spring, people, because there's not much going on in the Midwest in the winter. It's cold. It's snowy. Everything comes down. It's horrible. It's horrible. It's so cold. Anyway, make sure you tune in to ToyWorldOrder.com. Check out all the great videos coming up and stuff that's there. We've got Flea Market Finds there. We've got a lot of cool stuff such as Dave and Devall's Toys and Collectibles, the weekly toy podcast with myself and Dave Draper. Married to the Collection, the bi-weekly podcast now with my wife Carrie and I, where we kind of sit down and discuss what it's like to be married to me, a major collector, and so much more. We've got some great projects in the future. I know there's a new podcast coming up that I can't talk about yet. We're nearing as this, we got so much cool stuff coming. So make sure you check that out. Subscribe to us on YouTube. Like I said, if you haven't, just click click the subscribe button on the Toy World order page. You'll get announcements of all the new videos as they go up. You'll be able to watch them first, which is great stuff. We even talking about doing some live shows from time to time, so that may happen. You just have to keep your eyes out because you never know, that may occur. So make sure you check that out. You can follow me on Twitter at Puppet Devall. All kinds of cool stuff going on. Sometimes I get on my high horse and preach mostly about toys and toy fans to a degree. Most times I just tweet funny stuff about toys. So check me out, follow me there if you haven't yet. And you can also as well as follow all the great other toy reviews, Pixel Dan, Sean Long, all the great people, Optobotomist, lots of cool toy reviewers out there that you can actually follow on Twitter and see what they're up to from day to day, which kind of gets creepy sometimes, but creepy schmeepy, that's what the internet's for, right? It's all creepy stuff. Check back next time on Flea Market Finds, as I've got some other great stuff to show you. Be sure to check us out, and until then, gang, keep digging, because you never know what you may come across. Pa-choo, 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 pa-choo. That's my Transformer noise, really bad. I'll see you guys next time.